In a world that is constantly screaming for your attention, in a society that is always outraged, offended, distracted, and addicted to speed, being calm, rational, and unmoved is a revolutionary act. Or be truly stoic in the 21st century is not to wear a robe or, quote, dead philosophers. It is to be internally sovereign in a time of emotional chaos. And if you've ever felt like you were different from the people around you, if you've ever felt like you were seeing life from a higher, quieter vantage point, then you may already be walking the path of a stoic thinker, without even realizing it. The first sign is simple. You don't react emotionally to everything. When others yell, you stay quiet. When others insult, you analyze. When something goes wrong, your first response is not panic, but perspective. You have trained yourself, either through philosophy or pain, to separate stimulus from response. You no longer feel compelled to answer every insult, to chase every argument, to match energy with energy. Instead, you pause, you think, you ask, is this worth my peace? And that simple pause, that sacred space between what happens and how you respond, is what separates the stoic from the impulsive. The second sign, you know what you can and cannot control, and you focus only on the former. This may sound obvious, but it's one of the most radical mindset shifts a human being can adopt. Most people spend their lives trying to control outcomes. People, weather, traffic, opinions, and circumstances, all of which lie far outside the boundaries of their will. A stoic, however, draws a clear line. This is mine, and this is not. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices, your values, these belong to you. But the opinions of others, the results of your efforts, the moods of the world, they do not. And so you let go. You stop fighting what you cannot command. You stop being emotionally tied to external events. Epictetus said it best. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. And that simple sentence, if lived fully, can set a person free from a lifetime of frustration. The third sign is more subtle. You value silence over noise, and restraint over expression. In an era where people feel the need to post every thought, defend every opinion, and jump into every debate, the Stoic chooses stillness. You no longer feel the compulsion to prove yourself, to win arguments, or to explain your worth. You know that dignity is quiet, and strength is not always loud. You don't need to be understood by everyone, because you understand yourself. You don't need to speak just to be heard. You speak when it is necessary, and your words carry more weight because of it. Seneca once wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay, but that delay is also a remedy for ego, pride, and foolishness." Sometimes the most powerful move is not saying anything at all. The fourth sign, you endure hardship without. When life punches you in the face, and it will, you do not ask, why me? You do not look for someone to blame. Instead, you ask, what now? You accept what has happened, you square your shoulders, and you begin to move forward. You understand, deeply, that pain is not the enemy. It is the forge. It is the school. It is the test that shapes the soul. Marcus Aurelius, who endured plague, war, betrayal, and the death of children, never complained. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." If life puts a boulder in your path, the Stoic doesn't curse the stone. He uses it to build his next step. You are not immune to pain, but you are not broken by it either. And finally, the fifth sign. You live by principles, not moods. Most people are guided by how they feel in the moment. If they're tired, they quit. If they're angry, they lash out. If they're excited, they make promises. But the Stoic has values deeply rooted, non-negotiable standards that do not change based on how he feels. Whether the world praises him or mocks him, whether he is rich or poor, comfortable or in crisis, he behaves the same. He is consistent because he has anchored himself in virtue. For the Stoic, success is not external. It's not status, applause, or achievement. Success is being able to look in the mirror and say, I lived with wisdom. I acted with courage. I practiced self-discipline. I treated others with justice. If you can do that, you have won, regardless of the outcome. Being Stoic doesn't mean being emotionless. It means mastering your emotions, not being mastered by them. It means feeling everything, but choosing your response with clarity and purpose. It means detaching from what you cannot control, and fully committing to what you can. It means being still when others are frantic. It means thinking when others react. It means walking with quiet strength through a noisy world, and knowing, in your heart, that peace is your power. If any of these signs resonate with you, if you've felt this shift in yourself, then you are not strange. You are not alone. You are not out of place. You are simply evolving. You are becoming the kind of human being the Stoics envisioned. One who lives by reason, walks with integrity, and remains calm in a storm. The world will always be chaotic, but you can remain unmoved.